Today we are going to discuss the growth stock that I think is most worth paying attention to in 2025. Almost no one is talking about it now. In this era of information explosion and overinterpretation of hot stocks, it is harder to find a truly undervalued but huge growth stock than to win the lottery. But today, I will take you to see such a company, VOW ASA, stock code VOW, which comes from Norway and is currently quietly making efforts in the fields of industrial environmental protection and carbon transformation in Europe. Although its current market value is less than 200 million euros, it may grow into the next dark horse in the field of new energy in the next 3 years. 1. What exactly does this company do? In short, VOW is an environmental protection technology company focusing on high-temperature cracking and clean energy recovery. Their core product is called pyrolysis gasification system. This system can process industrial waste, urban garbage, waste biomass, etc., at high temperature without burning, and finally produce usable clean gas, such as green methane, biochar, and thermal energy, all of which can be reused or resold to industrial customers. Not only that, VOW. They also package this technology into a modular solution and widely used in many high-emission industries such as shipbuilding, food processing, sewage treatment, steelmaking, and plastic recycling. In other words, they not only solved the environmental protection problem, but also created economic value. Their philosophy is, turn pollutants into tradable assets. 2. Why do I think it is one of the biggest potential stocks in 2025? I have summarized 4 core reasons to explain why I am optimistic about VOW in the long term. 1. Global emission reduction policies drive rigid demand to explode. Did you know? Europe has passed the Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, CBAM, and will impose carbon taxes on high-emission industries such as steel, cement, and fertilizers by 2026. This means that any company that cannot reduce carbon emissions will bear huge cost pressures. At this time, the Clean Treatment Plus Green Energy Recovery System provided by VOW happens to be the key solution for companies to get out of trouble. Especially in the papermaking, food processing, and shipping industries, VOW's technology can help customers reduce thousands of tons of carbon dioxide emissions each year. 2. Technology has barriers, and there are few players in the world. Many environmental protection companies are actually engaged in equipment integration or clean labeling, and there are not many that have real self-development capabilities. VOW has multiple European patents in the field of high-temperature cracking. The system can operate stably, with high efficiency, and can adapt to a variety of raw materials. The most important thing is that they can achieve a closed-loop solution of carbon neutrality plus energy recovery. At present, there are only a handful of companies in the world that can do this on a large scale, and VOW is one of the few companies with full process capabilities. 3. The business model has been verified, not a PPT pie-in-the-sky company. Many people have concerns about small-cap stocks, fearing that it is still telling stories. But VOW already in the execution stage. In 2023, the company signed large industrial orders from France, Germany, Spain, and other countries, cooperated with many shipbuilding companies to provide marine thermal cracking systems, launch low-cost equipment packages for urban solid waste recycling and agricultural residue treatment, and the market response was enthusiastic. According to the financial report, the order reserve in 2024 has exceeded 220 million Norwegian kroner, about 19 million US dollars, and it is expected that revenue will be recognized in a centralized manner in 2025, and the growth curve is about to start. 4. The current valuation is extremely low, and mainstream institutions have not yet intervened. This is what I value most. VOW's current market value is less than 100 million euros, and the valuation is only about twice the order revenue in the next 3 years. Considering the huge industry space and few competitors in which it is located, once a large order appears, or it is acquired by a large environmental protection enterprise, Its valuation may be revalued by 2 to 3 times in a short period of time. In other words, if you buy now, you are equivalent to standing at the starting line before market discovers value. 3. What are the potential risks? Of course, no growth stock is perfect, and we must also look at potential risks rationally. 1. The project cycle is long and there is financial pressure. VOW's projects usually take 6 to 12 months from signing to equipment delivery. This means that there may be a periodic window period in the financial report, which does not mean that the company has no orders, but it is easy to be misunderstood by short-term investors. 2. It still takes time to convert customers. Although the technology is excellent, customers in the environmental protection industry tend to act conservatively, and it takes a long period from testing to large-scale deployment. VOW is actively promoting the implementation of sample projects and cases, which requires time and patience. 3. The company is a small-cap stock with large stock price fluctuations. As a stock with a small market value, VOW. The stock price is easily affected by news or large-scale transactions. There may be sharp fluctuations in the short term, but from the perspective of long-term value, this is an opportunity to buy low. 4. Summary. Why should you pay attention to this growth dark horse that no one talks about? It solves the rigid demand problem of global industrial decarbonization. The technical barriers are real and there are very few competitors. The orders have been landed and the growth path is clear. The current valuation is seriously underestimated and the market has not yet been explored. If you are interested in such seriously underestimated small-cap growth stocks, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will continue to track hidden gems in the global new energy, environmental protection, and technology tracks for you, so that you can find those high-quality targets that may triple or quintuple in the future as soon as possible. Don't wait until it goes up to study. Opportunities are often reserved for those who see it in advance. See you next time.